Hello, hello. All right. Good evening. How's it going? Oh, no. Stay. Oh, I'm so glad you like them. Aren't they fun? Which one's your favorite so far? Hello. Hi, Paula. All right, so I've got two of these left. Um, well, I could make more, but I need to cut more vinyl. So we're gonna finish these tonight, and we'll just kind of see. I have not painted all day. I've been a busy bee, and none of it has been painting. Kind of busy. I mean, I feel like I could have been busier with art stuff, but. So Heather, when are you getting that tattoo? I can't remember. Did you get all the opals or did you get some of the other ones too? Monday, I'll release the remaining 6 opals plus the red velvet. And I have some other ones, but I think I kind of want to wait for like a wintry collection. I mean, it could be Christmas in July, but I don't know. Yeah, I went to the mall. I had to get well, I went to Costco. I had to get some allergy meds. And then I went to the mall and I picked up Patty from Pittsburgh's pottery piece because out of everyone's they had to refire hers for some reason. I don't know. So I picked that up. I got my sister's birthday present because I'm ahead of schedule. I want to make sure I have everything done. I know our birthday is in June, but and shopped around a little bit. Did some cleaning slash dishes when I got home. Oh, I packed orders today, but you know. But I also slept in. So like I didn't get up until almost 11. So I feel like my day has been a few hours behind just because I got started a little late. Yeah, the red velvet is super pretty. It's just like the blue one except like a nice bright red. To be honest, I did a lot yesterday on my off day, so I kind of treated part of today like me being off since I really wasn't off yesterday. So, yes. Driftwood, mistletoe, frosted plum with like 10 asterisks next to that. That one, I have 9 bottles of that. um, plum. Trying to think what other ones are on clearance right now. Hi. Not sure like when they're officially gonna get rid of the silk colors, but those are going probably bye-byes shortly. Um, hold on, let me pull up my list or what my thing. Um, I think yeah, I have yeah, that's most of mine. But yeah, if you don't have any frosted plum, like that's in my opinion a must-have color. I know I don't use it right now very much, but I do the second half of the year. You had another crazy night. What do you mean? Hello, hello. Yeah. But the good news is that I am I think I'm ready for June's VIP, and I have the monthly mandala pattern written. And then I'm like partially, I guess, the way through July VIP, since I had like 1.5 projects done, and then I did this most recent one that's gonna take us all month. So I have to change my plan. So thank you. I did a bunch of them. I did 3 of them off camera last yesterday, and I started this one obviously yesterday too. So I do I have calico red? Let me look. It's definitely not one of my most used ones. Um, oh, where's my red swatch card? My top most reds are True Red, and the red that I'm using right now is Cinnamon Drop. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorites. Cinnamon Drop's a little bit more cool toned than True Red is, but it's nice and creamy. Um, Off the top of my head, I probably don't use Calico Red very much at all. Yeah, I can show you all of them. I actually have more than that. Okay. I don't know which ones I did first, but I think this one was the first one that I did. Um, and after that, I don't really know. These are all pretty much the same pattern. I'm just kind of changing up like where each color is. Isn't it cute? I don't even know what font it is, to be honest. Oh, I think I want to add some glitter on this. I'm sure Patty won't mind. Patty bought this one. I'm sure she won't mind. And I think this one, right? I didn't show this one yet. But yeah, so I've been having fun doing patriotic ones. I do. So I do seal the front. I don't always seal the back because I am using permanent vinyl. Once the vinyl's on there for like a day or so, whoops, it is extremely hard to get off because it's permanent vinyl. So I don't tend to always seal the back. I don't think that it needs to, but you can if you want. I just don't. Oh, I stuck my hand in this. Red is hard because it like stains almost immediately. Oh yeah, it totally does, right? Oh yeah? Who's your glitter lady? Slash, what was the glitter called? Yes, but I'll be making more, don't worry. I didn't think that these would all sell, so I'll definitely be making more. Like obviously the 2 that I'm doing tonight will post, and I have more like glittered. I just don't have the vinyl. I have to cut it, which is fine. I just thought I cut enough of the 250, but nope. Thank you. I think, the 250 on the back really adds something special to it. Because you guys know I don't decorate for anything patriotic, I just never have, but I feel like this year is special, I guess, I don't know. Okay. Alright, let's see what this does. I don't know if it's gonna be too much. I actually don't mind that. Make a little sparkly holographic silver on top of some of this blue. There is, yeah. Probably because of the 250th anniversary. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I told my mom about the drunken pineapple spears that I wanted to bring over this summer, when I went over on Mother's Day, and she was like, "Oh my god." Oh, yeah, I believe it. I know. And I'm not even a pineapple lover, but I will be for that, for sure. Well, it'll be rum, not tequila, that's for sure. Cause I can't do tequila. I mean, I like tequila, but I I can't do a lot of it. Tequila makes me sleepy. Oh, yeah, the fancy background. I do that sometimes for certain holidays and stuff. I don't want the holographic to take too much away from the blue. Said no one ever. Maybe that's what they mean by 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor, but I always go to sleep. Have to take a nap. More. Well, yeah, if I don't continue, which I never continue, I don't really drink very much anymore, then I take a nap. That's how it is for me. It's like I gotta drink to, like, get lit or I'm going to sleep. Hello. Oh, thank you. Do you like the dark mode on the website? Felt like we needed a change. Babe. I just got a new notification. I saw something about Uncrustables debuting a new flavor, but I didn't see what it was. They abandoned a puppy at your house? What? So does that mean you have a new family member? That's what I was hoping for, is that it would make things pop. What kind of puppy is it? Oh my gosh. I wonder if it's someone that you know. Like, why? I don't know. That's just odd. Well, yeah, I mean, it's probably, it's meant to be, right? So you have a corgi, right? And what else? Okay. Is it how do you pronounce her name? Is it Creaphoria? Creepforia? Every time I see her live, I'm like, I wonder if it's like a play on like the word creative and euphoria, but also I'm not sure. Oh, interesting. So, how big is it? Creaphoria. Oh, you did? Let me look. But you think she's gonna be big? Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Look at those ears. You should name her Dobby. Look at those ears. Don't mind how dirty my computer is. Look, look at those ears. Oh my goodness. So cute. Yeah, they are kind of big. So I do technically number them on the back, but once I take off the tape layer, the number goes away. But I try to number them as I'm going so that I don't lose track. But they don't stay on forever like they will for these. I know. Listen, more for you, I guess, right? This is 228. My fingers rubbed off the numbers the other night, last night. Yeah, that's a cute baby for sure. How adorable. No, not yet. But when I do 250, it'll be a red, white, and blue one for sure. And then Kayla has a mommy cat that keeps dropping babies off at her door basically. Currently there's 3 kittens that she's taking care of and they're so cute. 2 like kind of fluffy gray ones and 1 white one. And I want it. Oh, I know. But she keeps like all the cats, so she can't really keep these ones. She is, taking them inside right now though, because a couple of them have, like, crusty eyeballs, so she has to, like, treat them, make sure they're okay. Yeah, but she's been trying to catch the mama cat because like, she always is having litters, like, always. Because around her, if you bring them in, they'll, like, spay and neuter for free, I'm pretty sure. Like, if they're, you know, feral or whatever. They won't just spay and neuter your cats, but if you're like, "Hey, there's this cat that keeps having babies in my yard," they'll take care of it. Yeah, she has them in, like, a little, like, the playpen kinda thing. Well, this'll be number 8, but, I'll be doing 100 ornaments in July, but they won't all be patriotic. Oh, wow, that's dumb. Okay, so yes, the new pigments will go on pre-order at the beginning of the week. We'll be restocking ornament gauges and the coaster guideline pack. I have a few other tools that are on the restock list. In June, the Highland Cow set will officially be like up. Previously, the only way that you would have it is if you purchased it in the mystery anniversary sale. Potentially another set for June, but not 100% sure. She has been going back and forth and working on certain things. So, like, in the works right now, we have the Western set. We have a mini flower number 3 set. We have like a couple other like random things that we've kind of been playing around with that I'm excited for you guys to see. But I don't have any right now, so I can't show you. What else? What else? What else? I'm sure I'm missing a few things. Oh no. So you had a paint explosion. I hope that they're I hope that they're gonna replace it for you because that's not fair. Yeah, the star oh, we're restocking the geometric set, which is what has the star in it. Because I think I only have like a couple left at this point. What else is in there that we're working on? Some more seasonal, like she's been playing around with like graduation kind of stuff and like a teacher set and like a baby kind of set. I'm sure they will. Michael's, they're a big company, so I feel like when stuff comes damaged, they're a little bit more likely to help. But that just sucks because that's like a whole mess. Like you don't even want to like wash stuff off. I just don't know like what they'll do in store. Like I know for Hobby Lobby, for example, if you have a problem with an online order, they won't help you in store. You have to only communicate with them online. But I feel like it might be a little different at Michael's. Yeah, that would just be a pain in the ass to try and wash off. But yeah, that's super, super frustrating. Gross. Oh, fun. What kind of earrings? Oh, well, do you have a Cricut? So you can probably find templates on Cricut. That's usually what I do. Um, there's free templates. Well, I don't know if they're free, but I pay like for like the monthly Cricut thing, so usually I don't have to pay for anything. And if you just kind of look up like jewelry cards or something like that, you can usually find a bunch of fun ones. Yeah, I always do 110 pound cardstock because it's thicker, better quality. Um, Michael's has good stuff. I used to get it from Hobby Lobby, but I think I like Michael's better. It's a little pricey, but I think it's even though so like 110 pound cardstock, depending on where you get it, is different, which makes 0 sense because I think that as long as it's 110 pound, it should be the same thickness everywhere, but that is just simply not the case. Um, so out of every place that I've bought from, because Hobby Lobby changed theirs, it used to be good and now it's a little thin. The only place that I like is Michael's. Like I bought some from Walmart, I've bought some from Amazon, and I've had to return all of it because it's not actually as thick as what it should be. Yeah, I mean, I used to always get it at Joann, but we cannot do that anymore. Hello, hello. Sometimes it just might be cheaper to get your own, like get like pre-cut ones on Amazon, but you can't find like the pretty stuff, you know? And so like I liked this one, and this was from a Cricut thing, I think. Thanks. Hello, hello. I planned to paint a bunch of these during Survivor last night, and I didn't. So if you're using like the little paint pot things from Hobby Lobby, for example, like these little guys, I fill up usually about like half to 3/4, and the amount kind of just depends on how um kind of how opaque you want your stuff to be, right? So like if you're using like the chameleon ones or like the blue velvet, for example, those ones I would use a little more. Or like if you use like if you filled it up halfway, like one spoonful would be more than enough kind of thing. And it would be pretty opaque, especially if you put it over like a blue or something. But for the opals and like the pastels, because they're more iridescent, they're really just more sparkly. So you don't technically need as much. I usually just do one little spoon like per my thing, and if I want it more pigmented, I just add more. But it's kind of up to you and what you're kind of looking for. No, nope. I never set up to paint these because I have to like set up on my couch, and I just curled up instead. I wouldn't say it's huge. It's bigger than like a standard like dinner TV stand kind of thing, but it's not huge. So I definitely have to be mindful of like all that I bring over there. So like if for example I just knew I was going to paint these, I would bring my tool caddy thing, my tool holder, and I would pick out the few colors that I wanted, and I would have enough room for like this and like a paper towel, and that's pretty much it. Survivor, yeah, that was crazy. I was thinking though, like at the end, I was like, honestly, like I don't know who I want to win. Um, I thought that I'd be rooting for Jonathan this whole time. And I mean, maybe out of who's left, I will. But he kind of has pissed me off this season. Like, I don't really think he's done much. I actually think he's kind of an asshole. Survivor is great. I'm not sure if I would have really gotten into had I just started watching it recently, but since it's one of those shows that like literally I've grown up with, it's just very nostalgic for me. And, yeah, I liked Christian a lot. I thought he was hilarious. I probably if he was still left, I would probably be rooting for him for sure. Yeah, I've missed a couple seasons, or like maybe like 5-ish years, back when I was like in college, maybe a little longer than that, honestly. Probably throughout college, I didn't watch. And then for a couple years after I graduated, I didn't watch because I didn't have cable. Um, but I've watched ever like after that, I've been watching again since like 2018. So there's probably a span from like 2012 to 2018 that I didn't watch. But besides that, I've watched every other season. But I mean, it's been on not my entire life, but a big, big, big chunk of it, right? So there's some seasons that I don't really remember because I was so young. Um, but for a second, they had the few beginning seasons on Netflix. So I was watching those, and it was one with like Rupert and Sandra. So like I remember that season, and I did like that season, so I rewatched it. I know, isn't it crazy? Like I remember going to survivor parties with my parents. Their friend group, they would have survivor parties every year where at the first episode they would like draw names and they would bet they would bet money, and if your person made it to the end, then you got the pot. And so every week we would go over to one of the friends' house and everybody would be there and they'd be watching it and we'd like eat snacks and all that kind of stuff. So it was a big thing. I even had a Survivor-themed birthday party one year. It was fun. I used to wear one of the buffs, like, as a shirt when I was a kid. My dad had a collection of buffs for a while. Yeah, I was just a baby. So I had this really interesting and uncomfortable interaction today that, like, I don't think I've ever been I can't I ca I at least recently, I don't think I've ever had more, like, uncomfortable of an interaction. Like, it wasn't, like, a scary interaction, it was more, like, embarrassing, um, but, like, at the same time, like, I don't know, like, you guys can tell me if I was in the wrong, but, like, for me, I didn't think I was, I saw it more as, like, a, you know, being a vendor artist, kind of, like, asking a question about someone's experience and, whether or not it would be recommended to, like, do an event, okay? Like, that was kind of, so sort of background. So, at my mall, there is, a store called I Made It Market, and basically it's a store, but it's like a vendor event, but, like, everybody who has, like, a booth in there, they're in there until they don't wanna be, right? So I think the rule is, like, you have to work, like, once or twice a month, and then you pay, like, a fee to have your booth in there and stuff like that, right? So, um but there's a bunch of different businesses and artists and whatever that have their stuff on display, and typically, like, there's one person working, and, they just kinda scan the stuff out, everything has a barcode, whatever. So this lady, like, I go in there almost every time I go in the mall, and, like, I've kind of thought about, like, putting my stuff in there, and, like, especially when I was a little bit, like, smaller, like, at this point, like, I don't have time to have my stuff in a store like that, you know what I mean? But maybe when I was kind of getting started, it would have been more of, like, a thing. So, like, I asked the lady, she was really nice, and I kind of like, I was like, "So, like, do you do really well in here?" And she, like, flipped on me and was like, "That's inappropriate for you to ask, da 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 da." And I said, "Oh, no, like, I didn't mean to I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just, I'm an artist too, and I just kinda wanted to, like, get a feel for, like, if this place was, like, something that would be good to do or not, like." And she was, like, so mad and, like, appalled that I even asked that, and I was like, I don't even like, I'm not trying to be your competition either, like, you do something completely different than I do." And I just left, um, 'cause I was, like, so, like, uncomfortable, and, like, honestly, I don't think I'll ever go in there again. Um, like, I didn't wanna know, like, how much she makes. It was just kind of more of like a, "Is this worth it to, like, put your stuff in here?" I don't know. But it was so fucking uncomfortable. I don't and I've literally been thinking about it all day, because 'cause I'm like, "Did I, like, read a social cue wrong?" Like, I don't know. Yeah. It was so uncomfortable, man. And so I was like, "Okay, well, maybe that means, like, she doesn't do well in there and she didn't wanna talk about it," or maybe it could be, like, she does really well in there and doesn't want anybody else to, like, join because I don't know. It was very odd. And, like, it could also be, like, maybe you're not allowed to talk about that stuff in there, um, but just the way that I don't know, and I could tell that she was uncomfortable too, but, like, and maybe she that, that I don't know, like, I've been, like, going through this interaction in my head all day, and I was like, "What the actual hell?" Yeah, and I mean, like, she had pointed out where her stuff was when I first walked in, and I was gonna go look, like, really look, but after that, I was like, "Yeah, you can fuck right off." But I did look as I was leaving, and I was like, "Yeah, she probably doesn't sell anything in here, and she's probably just, like, but it was so weird. Like, if I was like, it's not uncommon for, like, at a vendor event, for example, for, like, other vendors to walk up and be like, "How's it going?" How are you doing well today?" And, we'll usually be like, "Yeah," or like, "No, like, it's really slow, like, I've got a lot of people that says my stuff is really pretty, but, that's pretty much it." And then we all kinda, like, talk about the same thing and kinda gather, like, whether or not the event is worth it or not, you know what I mean? Because typically when one person isn't doing well, most people aren't as well. But, like, yeah, I was just like, "Oh, like, sorry." Like, I was not trying to pry, I was just curious. So, I guess that solidifies it even more that that's not for me. Yeah, no, I literally probably won't ever go back in there again. Right, like, that's kinda what I expected, like, she's like, "Oh, just, it depends on the week, it depends on the season, all in all, like, I do think it's worth it," or like, "No, it's a little slow, but, like, it's great marketing opportunities, like, you get a lot of people seeing your stuff," like, that I feel like is a good answer. No, I was, like, super nice about it, I was, like, trying to just, like, start a conversation with her. It was really weird. Well, I don't know. But I tried to, like, look into it a little bit more, but I couldn't find anything about it. But I was just like, I like I don't know, I was just like when I literally left right away and I was like, "The fuck?" Yeah, yeah, and a lot of places do that. In this, there's some people that kinda do the same thing, but, like, there's also a lot of, like, really beginner crafty stuff in there, like, you can tell the artists from just, like, the hobbyists in that store, and, like, some stuff is nice quality and some isn't, and, like, some stuff seems to be a little overpriced. Like, I can walk in and, like so, for example, have you guys ever seen maybe you have, maybe you haven't, there are these little cute, cat wallets that I've seen on, like, Temu. They're kind of sort of like half moon-ish shape, and it's got, like, the cat head up here and, like, a little tail, but, like, the body's kinda like this, and they're, like, 2, $3 on Temu, like, I literally was just looking at them, okay? So, and someone's selling them for $22, and all it is right on, like, the tummy, there's a circle, it's white, and there's, like, a fish, a piece of sushi, and something else, and it says, like, "What's in my tummy?" And I was like, "Uh" I mean, it's a cute idea. $22? Probably not, but some stuff in there is really cool, and I did like going in there just to kinda see, but I don't think I'll be back. It was so weird. Like, I almost wish that, like, that had happened during the dot meetup because, like, I kinda wish that, like, some one of you guys were there with me to, like, see that interaction. Like, I even thought about that too. I'm like, "I wonder, like, how this whole conversation would have went had someone been there with me." Maybe she was pissed that, like, they took away part of like, her little area seemed very, very small compared to everyone else, so, like, maybe she was a little mad. But, at the same time, that's not my fault. I was just, trying to be friendly. Well, I'm just like, you know, someone else to kinda hear the way that I approached it. And oh, it was just I don't even know, man. All I know is like I was like I'm sure like my face like could not have hid my shock. So, so I have 2 different types on my website. I've got, like, the one with the little ballpoint, and I've got the one that has, like, this end and this end. I have the plain ones with, like, the both ends, but I don't have the ones with, like, the one ballpoint and the thing. I need to order more. Yeah, I mean, everybody, kinda has their own thing, right? And ornaments, like, for example, like, I don't own ornaments. They just happen to be something I paint a lot of, like, but I don't know, like, I think that, like, if I ever saw her in there again, like, it would ruin my experience. Like, you know how e it's easy to, like, forget people's faces, especially when you work in retail? But, like, when you have a really bad interaction with someone, like, you'll never forget their face. Like, I feel like that's kinda how it is now. Well, no, see, I feel like she did because anytime someone walked in, she, like, kinda introduced herself, and she was like, "Have you ever heard of us before?" And, she would kind of explain a little bit, and then she'd be like, "Also, like, I'm one of the artists here, and, if you go over here, all the stuff in in those black frames, that's all my work. If you have any questions, just, don't hesitate to ask." So, like, she seemed really freaking friendly. Which is why I even felt comfortable enough just going up to her, but, I don't know. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that kind of experience in my life, but also, like, just in terms of just, like, having an uncomfortable experience lately, like, that definitely tops it for sure. What a butt. What happened to my music? I know you guys can't hear it, but I wanna hear my music. So I'm kinda going about this one a little bit differently than I have on the other ones, where this one I used mostly all blue, but, you know, we'll see. And the majority of this is not ready to top dot, so I'm gonna have to hold my frickin' horses here in a second or I'm gonna ruin it. Yeah. I meant to glitter some more or get some ornaments dripping earlier, but I did not. I had this really awesome, like, playlist song thing that I found on here a few weeks ago, and I don't remember what it is, but I was, like, super vibing with it, and I haven't found it since, and I'm, like, kind of upset about it. A trophy wife. You're like, "You wanna see a trophy wife? It's not me, but I'll show you one." Or you can hit him with your purse that holds 22 pounds of kittens or whatever it was that you said. Oh, see, you just said that too. Um, well, for me, it's not an Etsy person, it's just, heartsprinkle.com. Her name's Crystal, but there are places on Etsy that you can find stuff. Doug got her a nice big purse that can hold a bunch of cats. It's big enough to hold a bunch of cats. It's big enough to hold, like, a small dog or something like that. She said, "Or cats." A small child, right? You're like, "You better be good or you're going in the purse." It's like my mom when I was younger, if I was, like, misbehaving and I was in the shopping cart, she'd be like, "You better shape up or you're not you're walking with me. You're getting out of the shopping cart." Okay, let me put this aside, and we will do some new ones. Let's see. Well, I could still do more. Do you guys wanna keep doing patriotic? I have technically, we could do white, but I would have to change the vinyl on the back. But we have a dark, like a nice navy kind of blue. We got another one of the red, white, and blue fine mixes. We got a purple and a light purple, and like obviously a rainbow white. I probably have more glitter underneath me, but these are the ones that we glittered the other day. We have to wait for that to dry. Light purple. Okay. Damn, that's a lot. That's a lot of butter. That's more than a pound. So I would recommend using a watercolor pencil on wood. That's gonna be way easier to remove than charcoal. Just a little I know you didn't ask for that, but I'm gonna give you my little opinion. Um, but for these, I use a extra fine. It's like the extra fine tip on a Sharpie. Extra fine tipped chalk marker. And this just rubs off really easily. I like the extra fine because it fits in these grooves better, but also, sometimes I feel like if your marker is a little too thick, it takes a long time to dry and then it'll distort your dots. But this is like thin enough where you can draw all your lines and it's not like taking away from sometimes my guidelines get in the way, right? Oh no, what happened there? That was a case of maybe I didn't let that drip well enough. Man, and this is pretty much ruined. You could try and add another coat, but because it's all dark right here, that's never gonna go away. Damn, that's sad. Okay, well, I guess we're not doing that one. Let's do dark purple. Right? Yeah, you're gonna gain 10 pounds from that cake. Guess it wasn't meant to be. I'll have to glitter that again. That is a pretty glitter. I don't remember which one it was, but it was from my Misfits drawer that didn't really, all the different brands that aren't my main brands. So this one is the, what is it, the 612 cut? Oh yeah. Ooh, we could do another teal and purple one on this one. That would be great. Yeah, that would be really pretty, like a nice teal purple combo on this. I feel like we should do it. Make sure it's in there straight. Where's my ruler? All right, so this one is a 12 cut. So going with Terry's advice from the other day, work to the left and you'll never smear it. Boy, has that helped so much. This one is one of the newer glitters that Kayla released, a few months ago, I'm pretty sure, I think. Um, I'm trying to remember the name of this glitter. The neck of this ornament's pissing me off. Let's try and get it pretty straight. Yes. I messaged her. I was like, "Everything good?" She's like, "Yeah, yeah, everything's fine." I was like, "Okay, you were freaking me out there for a second." But, honestly, kinda what I said the other night, I was right. She was just really, really struggling with the loss of Boudreaux. No, it's not I can see how you say that, because Magic Mike has, like, all those sparkles, but no, this one, I'll get you guys the name in a second. This one is new. Magic Mike has been around for a very long time. It's good. Well, good-ish. I told her about it today. Well, I didn't like tell her, but she knows I'm making her something and I said, "Hey, just so you know, like it's a big project," which it was great in theory, but like then I had to figure out how the hell I was gonna paint it because I obviously can't do it live. And she started laughing and she's like, "Dottie, I know, like I don't expect you to get me anything or make me anything. Like I know that you are. There's no timeline." I was like, "Okay, I just wanted to like let you know. Like I have one of the three done." This one is called oh, it's Fever Dream. That's right. Fever Dream. Oh, yeah, I believe it. Mhm. Oh, I need to number this one. Oh, it's 229? Yeah, 229. Hello, hello. Oh, that sounds pretty. I haven't been to Hobby Lobby for a second. I thought about maybe going today, but meh, I got a little sleepy. That exchange kinda wore me out. It would be. I've always said that if I had, like, an actual good place to put my Christmas ornaments year round, I mean, obviously, like, I have my ornament wall, but if I had more of, like, a room to have, like, a little tree or something that I would have a tree up year round to put all my Christmas ornaments on, but that'll have to happen whenever I have more space. Now, I will say with this, 612 cut, I am so used to doing an 8 split that I haven't 100% figured out the best ballpoint tool to use, but we're just gonna follow the guidelines and see what happens. It's kinda what I'm doing right now. Well, so previously, before last year, I would put it, like, in front of the fireplace. I would move Toby's tree over a little bit, and then I'd put put it in front of the fireplace. Now that I have like all the new like well, it's not that new, but the drawer cubby systems here. I used to have like a TV, like a nice kind of TV like dresser thingy, whatever those are called, over here. And I'm not obviously using that anymore for storage, but I didn't want to throw it out because it's still nice, but it's not going to go in the other room. It just doesn't fit in there. So we moved that there. So now that kind of takes up where I would put the Christmas tree. So last year, I utilized my little mini 3 foot, I think, white light up trees that I had for my show. And I lined them up in threes on top of that TV stand, so it was like a little forest. And so, I think the 2 side ones were like my white opal Christmas, and the middle one had all of the colorful ornaments that you guys have sent me and stuff like that. My little dot fam tree. And that seemed to work out pretty nicely, you know? It was cute. It gave me a nice little background during the mystery ornament sale too. But yeah, no, I have a big, like, I think it's 7 feet, white sparkly white tree, but that's in storage. Need more white. That white is kind of getting a little chunky. I said for years that I wanted to have a tree with ornaments that you guys got me, but I'm a little weird and I have to have a theme. And if my theme is all white like it typically is, then all the different colored ornaments aren't obviously going to match. So I said if I am going to like put your ornaments up, it has to be like a specific tree for them. Otherwise, it messes with the vibe of my tree. I am super excited for this year's mystery ornament sale. Obviously, the goal is always to have more than the previous year. Since it sells out so quickly, we will see. I think last year I had maybe 125 ornaments. We'll see. What I need to start doing is like holding some away, which honestly was the plan, but then I wound up posting them anyways. I do white. My trees are white. Um, and I've kind of like flip-flopped through different themes, but the one that I have done the most and the one that I always seem to go back to is like holographic white, like sparkly opal kind of like go to. It's just clean, it's pretty. Um, I don't know, I think it looks really nice. Hello. No. Well, actually, yeah, I think. Mm, yeah, I don't think we did it my first year. It was the fourth, I think this will be the fourth annual mystery ornament sale. Hello. The mystery ornament sale and the state college show is something I look forward to and think of all year round. Yeah, I think the first time I did it, it was like pretty quickly planned. Like, I think I had the idea for it about like 2 weeks before I actually did it. And it was such a hit that, everybody was like looking forward to it for the next year. And so now it's just a given that we will do it. Usually, it depends on like when the USPS like Christmas cutoff date is. And I like to typically do it on a Friday or Saturday night. Um, because my sister can help, so, like, I have to, like, plan it with her schedule in mind, and then, Usually it's mid, like like mid-ish December, between the 10th and the 15th is usually when it happens. Like, let's see. If I had to guess, let me look at December's calendar for this year. So, December 2026. It would probably either be the 11th or 12th this year. Because the 18th is probably too late. I don't know what their cutoff date is, but I feel like the 18th is usually too late. So Friday the 11th or Saturday the 12th. Right. Not going to the beach. We're going to Vegas though in October. I do want to go to the beach, but I also am like kind of like a I'm weird when it comes to going to the beach. Like I want to be left alone and I want to walk the shore and look up seashells the entire time. Um, I don't want to do it with really anyone with me. Like I like to just get lost and wander a couple miles away from my beach towel and go, "Whoopsies. I gotta find my way back." I know. I know you always laugh the way I say Vegas. I don't know, Vegas just sounds weird to me. I know that's how it's supposed to be said, but I've said Vegas my entire life, and honestly, I'm gonna have to ask my parents and see what they say because I have a feeling that the reason that I say it that way is because my dad probably says it that way. I also hate sand. I like being at the beach, but I don't like really getting in the water for multiple reasons, but one of the reasons is sand. It just gets in places that you don't want it to, and I mean, when I was a kid, I'd freaking swim around and then I'd have a freaking diaper full of sand. Well, it's not, I wasn't wearing a diaper, but it felt like a sand diaper because I'd get out of the freaking water and I'd have this fucking poopy fucking bathing suit full of sand and I'd like turn it inside out and it would just plop, plop, plop like wet sand all over the place. And it was disgusting. Um, so, but I'm sure as an adult, I probably wouldn't be on my tummy, floating around, playing mermaids and at the beach, getting sand all everywhere these days. You know, but yeah, I also really hate sand. But I like walking along the shore and looking for fancy seashells and sand dollars and just collecting the things. But I mean, most of the beaches that I went to growing up didn't really have anything fancy. The best, obviously, beach that I went to for shells was in Hawaii, but like that's to be expected. Yeah, but there's no good seashells in the Great Lakes. All of the cracks. I remember one time, I don't know where we went, but I was I was in the ocean. It was definitely the ocean with my dad, and he was like we were younger, and he was like holding he was between me and my sister. He was holding both of our hands. So like my dad was in the center, holding both of our hands. And the water was a little choppy. But anytime a wave came, my dad just held on to us and jumped, and then, it was fine. But this particular time, the wave was insane, and, like, my dad, I think he underestimated how big this wave was, and it, like, smacked into us, and, like, he obviously, like, couldn't hold on, and I just remember, like, tumbling, like, somersaulting through the frickin' water inside this wave, and I washed up onto shore pretty quickly, like, it just, like, frickin' knocked me around. And I obviously was, like, not happy and kind of upset, and I had sand everywhere, in everything, even in my fucking eyes, in my ears, and I remember, like, a couple days later, we had went I don't know, we went to DC eventually. I was with my godparents, And we were out to dinner and I I felt something like in the corner of my eye and I was trying to pick at it and it was like a piece of a seashell that I just dug out of my eyeball. Don't know why I didn't feel it, but it was like not fun. I'm gonna try to bring some coasters. Yes. I'm definitely gonna try. I think people might really like them. It could be a total miss though. I don't know. At the state college show, my stuff does well, like 20, $25 and under. Um, so my coasters are 30. So I'll bring some to try, but I probably won't adjust the price like too much. I usually do about 20% off. They don't know that, but when I price my stuff, technically it's about 20% off. So when people bitch about my prices, they just they don't realize that they're actually getting them on sale. I honestly don't know how it happened, Heather. I have no idea. Yeah, my family hasn't had like the greatest luck at the beach. My dad lost his wedding ring in Hawaii. No, he didn't. I don't know where he did lose his wedding band. I don't think it was in Hawaii. It was somewhere that had really cool shark teeth. Never found it. And then he lost his wallet in the ocean in Hawaii. We were like snorkeling and I guess his wallet fell out of his swimming trunks because he didn't like zip up the pocket or something. But some nice man named Casey was snorkeling slash scuba diving and found his wallet like months later after my dad canceled all the credit cards and stuff and mailed my dad's wallet back to him. Well, first he called my dad because he got his information from just like Googling him. But um my dad was like, whatever cash might be in there, you can go ahead and keep it, mail it back, that'd be great. And the dude I think took maybe no money or maybe like 20 bucks. Like I remember my dad saying like he left the cash. But yeah, like crazy. Oh my gosh. You lost your diamond. Ugh. Thankfully, kind of thankfully, like it was just a gold band, but I mean my mom was pretty upset cuz it's the wedding band. I know my dad could always replace it, but it's not. But what was he gonna do? He stuck his hand in the water to get some shark teeth, felt his ring slip off, saw it, and then wave. And we spent hours trying to find that freaking ring in that same spot. And I came out with a pretty awesome shark tooth that my dad kind of joked and was like, "Yeah, that's worth my wedding ring." It's in their coffee table. Um, my parents have one of those, like, trinkety coffee tables. It's like a deep table, and it has, like, glass over top, and you can put whatever you want in there, and they have some really cool stuff, and there's, like, a little area with, like, really cool shark teeth and things, and my big ass shark tooth that I found, it was long and pointy, is in there. That's very true. Good karma. Yeah, it's really cool. There's, one of the things I haven't looked at it in a while, but one of the things that's in there is this white Rice Krispie treat from I mean, we were young as hell. Homemade Rice Krispie treat that my mom's best friend's mom made, Nanny. Um, that was her last she would, like, watch us when my parents were at work and stuff, and, she always made Rice Krispie treats, and that was, the last set of Rice Krispie treats before she passed away suddenly, so they saved one of them, and it's in the coffee table, and it has not molded, like, it looks fine, I mean, it's old and probably hard as a rock at this point, but oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm always scared of, like, losing my ring whenever I'm cleaning my car off, which is one of the reasons that my ring is smaller than what I told him my finger size was, because he was like, "You may think you're a 6, but you're definitely not." Especially not in the wintertime. And he's right. In the wintertime, my freaking ring is like this on me. Like it slides around like crazy. I am using lavender haze, lavender, Bahama blue, and white. And I probably will probably bring in like a darker teal as well. Oh yeah, I don't know where we were. I'm trying to think. Like I remember going to the beach in Florida, but it was like near Disney, so I don't think that, I don't think it was that beach. We went to Cape Cod, and I guess that was kind of a beach, but not really. Um, like I remember Hawaii, I don't know if Mexico had a beach. Um, we never went to like Salt Lake City or anything like that. Or not Salt Lake City. The Maryland Salt Beach. What is it called? Ocean City. Ocean City, Maryland. I'm thinking the Salty Dog Cafe. We never went to any place like that. Oh, I love the opals. They're so pretty. So, so pretty. I'm excited for round two. Although two of them are really, really hard to get a picture of. Like, insanely hard. It's like one of those things where it's like, you're gonna have to trust me, they're really freaking cool. But I literally cannot get a good picture, and even the video, like, doesn't do it justice. So one of them is green to pink, and if anybody has one of my coasters, like, I know one of them I did, has it, like, one of the ladybug ones. It flashes, like, an emerald green to, like, a pink, rosy pink, and then there's another one that does green to purple, and they look really cool, but it's really, really hard to catch the flash, in a picture, and I was trying to, like, make, like, product listing pictures, and I was like, "This just isn't it's not showing how pretty these are." Wait, what did Jenny say? Oh, resize it, yeah. Resize it or get one of those, like, things that you can like, it's like a little plastic piece that you can put under on the bottom part of it, and it'll keep it on. So this next restock is definitely going to be warmer colors. There's two oranges, there's a red, there's a pink, there's a green to pink, there's a green to purple, and I don't remember how many I just named. There's six opals, I believe, and one like red. I'll pull them out and show you guys in a second. Cause yeah, I'm pretty sure there's 12 opals total. And then we did the holographic and the blue velvet last time. And now that we finally have a red, we're gonna do that this time. It's pretty. I mean, you can never go wrong with blues and purples. Like never, never, ever. And I do like this design too. I think it's fun. The sparkly one. I'm considering it. Um, I think is it this one? Yeah, okay. So, oh no. I thought these were dry enough. What the hell? Hold on. Okay, there we go. So we've got the pink opal, which is just really pretty. It it, it goes like a really nice purpley pink. Well, not purpley pink, but it's like a cool pink. But there is a little bit of like, I feel like most of these have that, but like the forward facing is pink, which is important. And then we've got orange opal. which is just like, a lighter kind of orange. It does do a little bit of that green when you really shift it, but again, forward facing, it's just orange. We've got, I did this the last time too, god dang it. We've got the dark orange, so it's not red. It's just not that like, light orange color. And again, it's very front facing orange. These are mixes. We have, here's that green pink opal that I'm trying to like get a good picture of. So like it just won't take a good picture. It's very cool though. And then like when you put it over something, like I don't know, I just think it's really fun. But I can't get a good because from here I think that's an ugly swatch. But like I also like can't seem to get a good like view of it. Like it's just one of those like you gotta trust me, like I promise it's really pretty. Yeah, it's very wickedy. And then this is the green purple. Like this one is fucking sick. But again, I can't get a good like picture of it. I don't know, but I really like that one too. So I'm just kind of warning you guys, if the swatch doesn't look that nice, like watch the video because it looks a lot cooler. I'm gonna try really hard to get a good swatch of it, but it's just not. Um, and then we have like a regular green. So we did lime green last time. This is just regular green, like a really pretty, like emerald green. And again, remember the opals are like fully like clear, like iridescent, so you can put them over anything and it's not going to change their color. The pastels, you can put them over black, you can put them over white, you can put them over green, but because they have a slight color to them, they will change the color. And then here is red velvet, which is just the red version. I used a torch, my torch lighter, and that's a thermal label, so it burned, but um so there's the red. I know, but like for some reason when I try to take the picture, it just doesn't do it. And then so I like to use them on the base, like I'll paint it over black. So the opal or the red and the blue, you can if you use enough pigment, you can actually use it as like you know, a top color, but I do tend to use them as top dots just because they are thinner. You have to use less um because they'll run on you. So this is the red that we're doing. I just named them 1, 2, 3 so that I remembered. These are the other two and they still look very like warm in this lighting, but they are more of like a cool red and this is like a fiery like just like bright ass red. These are more bluey and on camera they still look great. And I mean they are great, but they're not showing up on camera as they do in person. This I felt like I really liked it, but I wanted the red velvet to be as close to the blue one as possible. Um this one's fine. This one is just these two mixed together, which is also really pretty, but doesn't kind of match my theme. So if I do come out with these ones at all, I was thinking about doing later on like a Christmassy kind of vibe, which might have like those other ones that I was really digging, the like silvery kind of like, white, silvery, whitish ones and the champagne one and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's like a warm yeah. So, I really like that was the red that I personally was looking for when I was struggling to find that perfect red pigment. And maybe I can find like maybe the testers that I'll ask him for this next round, will be like the other colors. like a green and maybe like a gold, like more along the lines of like blue velvet, like that kind of pigment, but like a green one. Um, we'll see. Have I seen the what? What watercolor Christmas colors? So if you use the opals over black, they will become like super colorful. So you don't have to use them just as top dots. I actually haven't done any wood ornaments for a hot second, but you can use them just like you would any of the other ones, yeah. Where you can like use them as like the fill um, on some section that is, like the hat or something. Let's bring this one back. Speaking of, have you guys seen? I wanted to show you the completed for now. VIP. I think it goes this way. I guess it doesn't really matter, but here's the VIP project for June. Oh no, I haven't. I haven't seen them, no. Thanks. So I took inspiration from something I saw on Pinterest, but I wanted to make it like my own. Um, and I thought that doing cluster dots on the one half would be fun because it really looks like sand. Um, Obviously the mandala is completely different too. But I just, it's been on like I guess I can call it like my dream board of like something that I'd love to do kind of thing. So, but obviously I don't copy a work. I completely made it my own. So that's an 8 inch. That's an 8 inch. I used a ultra smooth gesso board that you can get at Hobby Lobby, but you can also get like a wood panel, like an 8 inch square wood panel. Oh, did it? It commenced. It's over? Done with? How was your time, Nance? Now, the starfish that I used was from the larger beach set. However, I am looking into getting some little 3D starfish and things for you guys, but you can pretty much use whatever you want. So the tape that I used on the board, I typically would use masking tape, but I can't find my roll of masking tape, so that was actually tape that I use whenever I do stuff like on t-shirts with my heat press to tape the decal on the shirt before I press it so it doesn't move. Too short, yeah. But I'm glad you had a good time. Oh no, I mean, that's really sad, but like maybe honestly it's for the best. Yeah, it was literally just because I couldn't find my normal stuff. And I was like, "Yeah, that'll work." Oh, jeez. That's a sad ending though, but I guess it's better than a different bad ending, I suppose. Good night, Vicky. See you later. This is blue velvet, by the way. That was weird. That was like a half swoosh. Oh gosh. Maybe maybe you just need to stay inside, Rosie. Hello, hello. How's it going? All right, I don't know what the frick is happening with these swooshes tonight, but they don't like me. It's all right. We're gonna add sparkles over them. It'll be fine in the end. Oh, well, that's not nice. Yeah, no thanks. Maybe I'll try the other end. Maybe that end was just a little too tiny. Yeah, that's definitely not cool. I suppose definitely a good reason for them to see the not so nice side of you. That's for sure. What do you mean? What do you mean wear the rubber bands for what? Oh my goodness. Graduating kindergarten. That's exciting. He's growing up. My sister's sending me TikTok videos. I guess she doesn't know that I'm live right now over on YouTube. I've been really digging the teal and the blue over the white star because I really like how it reflects blue. Oops. Forgot this only has 5 sides, so it goes by a little bit faster. Not used to it. Hyper all the time. But he's just so cute. He's adorable. It is pretty. Yeah. I'm happy with the first 5-point design that I have come up with. This one's slightly different than the one I have been doing, but still looks cute. I just feel like, there's so many new things I can do, and I have to like think of more new patterns, obviously. Oh my goodness. Kittens. I was by PetSmart today, and I usually like to go in to see the kittens, but um I try not to go in there by myself. Hobby Lobby. It's in the like the section with like the jewelry and stuff, or not the jewelry making supplies. At least at my store, there's like um on like the bottom shelves, there's a bunch of different like jewelry holder compartment plastic case things, and I believe they're a 3-pack. They're kind of stacked together and saran wrapped together. Um for like I think it's less than $5 for all 3 of them. Um, the last 2 times I've been there, mine hasn't had any, so I hope that they have more the next time I go. But yeah, I just felt like they were a great price point, and because they have like 15, I think, maybe 16, but like 15 usable compartments, that's more than enough per like collection because I haven't come out with, more than 14 at a time, or in total per collection. So like I can have one thing per, like, so my pastels are in one and so on and so forth. So they look like this. So this one is not usable. It's a little too, with my nails, I can't. It's a little too small. But every other one is fine. And so I just keep all of them in one. I'm like, obviously I didn't have that many of the chameleons, but like there are a few that you guys don't have because I never actually came out with them. But like these 10, I think. Do we have 10? Trying to think. Galaxy, Aquarius, Cosmic. Yeah, these are all, yeah. And then there were a few that didn't make the cut. And then I have right now, like, this has like my samples of the reds and like the blues and some hollows. And then obviously I have one for the pastels too. But yeah, they're nice and they're small and they just kind of sit sit nicely in my drawers. Oh yeah. And then I have like a really big one that has all of my pigments from like that I've just kind of collected over the years. But I like to use my pigments more. All right, so we'll set that aside. How's this one looking? Still a little wet. That's okay. We'll start another one because it's only 11 o'clock. Um, Shoot. I should have taken that out. Oh well. What's next? I kind of feel like I need to take this out because I feel like doing a rainbow. I gotta be really careful. I'm like scared right now. Actually. How are they gonna know? They're gonna know. I'm gonna use this one. Shh. Ooh, it is really cold here. But it's gonna be really hot next week. I just need it for the guidelines. That's all. I can't see my lines. I mean, I can, but I can't. That line was a little wiggly, but it's fine. Yes. The metallics to me are like red velvet and blue velvet, yes? No, I'm just lining it up basically to this. So I kind of like straighten my line, and then I find the middle point of this from my little line, and then I just draw a line, that's all. I do try to start my lines like where the gauge kind of like makes us draw our lines, but besides that, I don't really the length of the line I don't pay attention to. This one will be 230. Just needed it for the lines. So yeah, I feel like this one we should do rainbow because we can split it up into 12 or 6. Okay. Um, where's my black pen? I don't know, but I'll just oh, I see it. Never mind. Oh, wow. You're like, okay. Proper English cup of tea. So the coasters, you can, where's the coaster? So let me just mark a little center point really fast. So what I do is I'm careful because obviously you don't want to break your tool, but if you press, like I kind of like I make a little like indent because it's I mean it's solid, but you can kind of so like it's not gonna move around now. Does that make sense? And you can cover that up with a center dot, so that's not really gonna matter. But and I do the same thing with wood is I'll kind of like push this in so that it's not gonna slide around. So now, as long as it's sitting in the hole, you can just hold it still and, I'm kind of pulling at it. I'm not pressing down. I'm just pulling backwards and it's stuck. Not stuck, but it's not moving. Yeah, that's Paula. I need to flip my napkin. Yeah. When I put it in the ruler, I just make sure to find that hole again. So now, and then because that piece is just a little like this part wiggles just a tad, I just make sure that I keep tension. Did you see that ruler move? I just I pull it back so that it's taut. And then I just kind of I'm not like putting a lot of pressure because obviously that'll break your pencil tip, but I'm pulling it sort of towards myself to keep the ruler like against the one side. And it should stay. It should stay as long as you're kind of keeping that tension. You shouldn't have to worry about it. Takes a little bit of practice, but in my opinion, it's much easier to use than um a compass. I love the cinnamon roll, zero sugar. That's my fave. Well, pumpkin spice is technically my favorite, but they don't have it year round. So come like July, it'll be back. You're welcome. I am just kind of learning right now, so this is probably too big, but we'll figure it out. Or it might be almost perfect. I don't know. Huh, interesting. I thought for sure this tool was going to be too big, but it looks like it's actually pretty decent. Yes, tension is important. Oh, that's paint booger. Yeah, it's a 3 millimeter. We're learning together. I was actually a little surprised. I was very careful with the amount of paint I put on those because I'm typically pretty heavy with my paint. Like that's a good like typical 3 millimeter for me sometimes. But I was like really careful with how much paint I was using. Oh, hey Angela. I didn't see you. What's up? Need to remember to use white in here sometimes. Not much, but just a little bit to break it up. Yes, that's my go-to orange. Ooh, did you buy anything nice? Another new coffee cup. Yes, that will, I believe, be in the next shipment that I get in from her. She was like, "How many do you need? Because I have like 70 of them made." I said, "That'll be fine. Just send them all." It'll be fine. Oh no. Well, that's okay. We still have two more. She is. She's literally so great. It was so freaking cool to like sit next to her and like design with her. I mean, obviously she did all the computer work, but it was really cool to be able to like have my input in person instead of like her do stuff and then she'll be like, "What do you think?" And then we usually text about it. But it was cool to like do it right at like the same time. Because she would try something and it wouldn't work and I'd be like, "Well, what if you do this?" And she goes, "Oh my gosh." No, not until the Dot Fam meetup. I mean, it felt like we have. I don't think that there was anyone that I didn't meet for the first time at the Dot meetup that I didn't feel like I was meeting for the first there that I felt like I was meeting for the first time. Everybody, it was just like, "Oh, like I know you. I know what you look like." I found what was funny is that I knew what everyone looked like. Which is funny because you would think it would maybe be the other way around in terms of like, everybody knows what I look like and you kind of know what each other looks like and it's the creator who has to figure out like who everybody is kind of thing. But I actually knew who everybody was and not everybody really knew who everyone was. So like there would be times where they'd be like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's so and so." I wouldn't even really think to like, introduce necessarily cuz to me, like I know everyone. There were only a few people that I had met prior to the Dot Fam meetup. Mostly everyone that was there, I was meeting for the first time. Like I obviously have met Linda with a Y. I have met Heather, you know. Um, I've met Patty, but like I never met Rosie. I never met Gren, I never met Paul, I never met Stormy. Like there's so many people that I didn't, but it was fun. Yeah, it was super natural feeling. Like the amount of time that I saw someone and it was just like immediate like hug, you know what I mean? It was awesome. Dot family. Oh, I missed that one. How did I miss that? Had Shelby been there, I would have already met Shelby before. Shelby has helped me at the state college show. Well, she came the one time and then last year she stayed and helped. I know, right? Yeah, it was a great time. I remember we were all sitting on Friday, like that Friday we were like hanging out at the hotel. Someone was like, "Oh, is that Sparkle Lisa?" I look over, I'm like, "Yeah, that's Sparkle Lisa." Ran up, gave her a hug, like I'm going with a rainbow vibe with this since it's giving the rainbow reflex, you know? Oops. I don't know, maybe. I feel like it just fits so well, like, I don't know. Although we do have a pretty cool tool set that she's working on that is gonna probably, I won't say it's gonna take the place of the fan, but it'll be another one that I'll probably use pretty equally. Hello. Well, you can't lie and say that I don't have a style, I suppose, because I always seem to love, to do the fans and then a swoosh between petals, like, that's just very typical of me. What's going on, Sue? This cap, I can't get off, I can't twist it off, so I have to keep pouring it out, which is unfortunate because I'm wasting my lavender. No, it was great. I think I put a lot of pressure on myself though. Like there are definitely people that I feel like I didn't spend enough time with, but I was also very thankful that like, you guys weren't all there to see me. Like it was a bonus I was there, but like let's be real, we were there to see Paula. um But yeah, like, I feel like because there were a lot of times that we had, like, a big, long table, so, like, depending on where everybody sat was who kind of conversed m more with each other, right? Oh, I hope everything's okay, Tammy. I know, it was so much fun. You guys are probably like, "Stop talking about it." It's been, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I don't know, something like that. But just as expected, it went by very quickly. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Probably I would have to say probably Dory or Sparkle Lisa. Oh, the one the pottery one. Yeah, I know. I know. I was thinking about that today because I was picking up Patty's pottery. Because Dory flew in from Wisconsin, and then Lisa drove in from like Chicago-ish area. And that took her, like, with stops, I think, like, 10 or 11 hours. And then Gren was in Pennsylvania, same thing with Linda with a Y, and, um, well, I guess Tina was technically in Michigan, and Heather, she's Michigan, but she was in Virginia. She lives in Virginia. Oh yeah, no, Stormy probably traveled the longest, like furthest. Yeah, definitely probably Stormy. And then I'm really bad with my states. I think Stormy was probably the furthest, and then it was maybe Dory. Like I'm good with my states around me and then the states around the edge of everything, but like the ones in the middle, I can never remember like which one is like a little bit further than the other. I don't think I liked my teacher when I learned like geography and, stuff like that because I don't really remember that class very much. Mhm. Yeah, it was a great time. I was happy that everything seemed to go pretty smoothly as well. Even like when we went out to dinner on Saturday, um, I panicked a little bit because like the place that we went didn't take reservations, but I did call just to be like, "Hey, I know you don't take reservations. However, there's like 15 of us. So take that information." Basically, I said, use that information with what you will. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I was like, I used to work in the food industry and I like to have the heads up, even though like there really wasn't anything you guys could do about it. And they were like, "Oh yeah, like let me let you talk to a manager." And they like put my name down and all that kind of stuff. And then when we got there, they were like, "No, there wasn't anything in our little book from any of the managers." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't know." And they were like, "Well, we're kind of busy." I was like, "No, it's cool." But they actually got us seated relatively fast. Yeah, her sister came with her. So, but yeah, everything went pretty smoothly. Even the trip, the 24-hour that I was freaking out about, in terms of like, driving through the city with potentially hitting traffic from the NFL draft. That did not happen. I mean, honestly, the worst part about it was that it was raining. It wasn't raining bad, but, it was raining the whole drive. But they got a little bit of the taste of Pittsburgh weather. They got nice weather and then shit weather all in one weekend, sometimes all in the same day. Yeah, they were great. I need to email him. I keep forgetting. Let's bring this back. Deco Art is, oh, I forget where they are. I don't even know if they do tours, to be honest. There's somewhere that I was surprised that they were. Kentucky. Yeah. That seems like a random state for them to be based out of. It would. Then I could give them a piece of my mind in person. Stop getting rid of all my favorite colors. You wanna take a guess about what this color is, Jenny? I will tell you it's not the one you think it is. I'm gonna give you a little hint. Right? Just give it all. Nope. Laguna is a little lighter. This color is darker than peacock teal. I was gonna say, it's not peacock teal if that's what you're thinking. It's close, but it's not. Nope. This one is dragon teal. I don't really use this color very much on this color palette, but I felt like it might be pretty with some opals on top. Mm. A little darker, yep. Because I still reach for like Bahama Blue, Laguna, and Peacock Teal. Those are like my main three, but I have to force myself to use some of the other ones just because I really like the other ones so much, you know? And this is that Crocus Fields Art Alchemy color. Although missed opportunity, I probably should have used the purple flash because it flashes blue. Oh, well. But yeah, I think it's gonna be really pretty with the pigment on top for sure. Yeah, mermaid is really pretty. It's just, for my purple and blue color palette, I feel like it's a little bit more too much on the green side, but it is a very pretty color. I just feel like it doesn't go with my purple and blue, teal and blue well enough. I'm not dipping this enough. I just added more medium to this the other night, and so it is a little bit thinner than what I want it to be, so I'm trying to be careful. Did you get, like, the flashy ones, or did you get the ones that look like oil slick? That works for me. It's a deal. Any guesses as to what color I'm going to use on the big purple dot? I'm such a good guesser. It's close, it is a flash color. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yep. She got it. Ding, 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 ding. Remember when I said I was gonna flip my napkin? Yeah, I never did. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's right. And then I'm going to use the teal opal over all my swooshes, all of them. And I think that it's gonna look really pretty on top of the purple because you'll see the teal flash, but you'll still see the purple underneath. It's like, let's see how much you guys watch me and know what colors I usually want to use. Don't know if you guys have noticed, but I typically rotate through a lot of the same colors. I'm like Jamie in that aspect because she also I've heard her say before that she has to like remember to use different colors sometimes because like me, she will go with like a blue and a purple. She likes that too. And I don't blame her because it's pretty. Mhm. It's fun. That's why I like to use colors that pop over top dots and not necessarily the same color, just like, like I mean, I could go with a light purple on top of that purple, but honestly, I feel like the opposite color in the color palette works best. Can you guys, yeah, you guys can see that teal over that purple. It's really pretty. Yeah. It's like a secret weapon of mine. I mean, I do the same thing with hologram too. I like to use it over the dark colors, especially if I have some version of blue or teal in my design. I'll usually use it over one of the other colors because it looks really cool, even though that blue really shows through. It tends to go really well with the color palette. The teal opal is almost like a super fine version of hologram almost. And then when you mix the blue and the teal together, that's even better. I know, I make it hard. I'm sorry. How do you think I feel? I mean, I also sometimes I feel like I'm biased because in my opinion, my best ornaments are always the ones in my favorite color palettes. I don't know if that's just because I love the colors so much, but I always find that my personal like top favorite ornaments are typically usually the ones that use my colors that I like to use a lot. Yes. I don't keep as many ornaments, but there are some ornaments that I have kept over the years. Um, but most of the things that I tend to keep that aren't like all white are always usually purple and blue. Hence that cup. And then I'll do the white too. I almost forgot to do that. I feel like this weekend, because we'll still do ornaments on Saturday, because like might as well. Don't know about tomorrow, but definitely on Saturday. Should we do some wood ornaments? Because it's been a second since we've done them, or should we keep working on glitter? Bulbs. All right, we gotta let that dry. Um, oh, well, I don't know. That's why I was asking. I don't know what I want to do here. Then we can do the um we can do the what is it called? The we can use the pigments on it. I'm going to hate this decision, but we're gonna do it anyways. I should probably flip my napkin before I do this, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, that's smart, yeah. That way I can also work on Patty's ornament. um, Patty asked me to paint her dot fam ornament. And I need to finish mine too, but I can always finish mine later. I know I'm gonna have to fix the red each time, but that's okay. My watch is telling me to stand up. I'm busy. At least there aren't that many more that I have to do. This could be worse. Thanks. One more. I got orange or red on my orange. No, it just reminds me once. I think I have it set to remind me like every hour or something. Oh, I know. I just saw that. I'm like, I'm gonna have to just kind of do it myself, I think. I saw it as soon as I went to apply it. I'm like, this is gonna suck. That was like extra annoyingly bad. I shouldn't have even like attempted it. Oh well. All right, we're gonna go back over the red a little bit. Oh, was that maybe that's what it is? Although I feel like I'm still maybe gonna close a ring because I was walking around a lot today. I probably could have done a little bit more, but I slept in, so there's only so much I could do. I have so much paint out right now. It's ridiculous. Okay. Whoa, that was so shaky. I don't know why. I almost did black top dots, but I decided against it. Yeah, probably. I pretty much just had my coffee today. So whenever I top dot rainbow, my rule for myself is that I typically, as long as it makes sense, I typically will top dot with you know, the complementary color, the one that's directly across from it on like the color wheel, basically. Or like I flip the rainbow, right? So, um, red on top of purple, purple on top of red, orange on top of blue, blue on top of orange, green on top of yellow, yellow on top of green, blah, 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 blah. It's usually what I do. Unless it like looks weird. Sometimes I'll go against that, but I try to go in order with the rainbow, and so whenever I do top dots, it like helps. I'm not like bringing in too much extra of one color. I'm like compensating it in a way. Because while I am gonna cover up the red in the middle with purple, I'll have more red out towards the edge, and it'll still kind of look pretty balanced. Oh, thank you. You need the rest, huh? I don't know what I'm gonna do in the middle, but we'll see. I feel like a rainbow swirl is kinda asking a little too much. We could always try it, but I feel like that's a lot of colors to try and do a swirly tie-dye dot with. That one is True Red. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I probably would. I think, like, extra fun sparklies will look nice, though. I mean, we only have a few minutes, we can always try. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a paint booger, but hopefully that doesn't mess it up. That's true, I could. That might suck, though. This probably will turn to mud, but, it might not. Who knows? I'm missing yellow. Yep. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna kinda pick a spot that I feel like has a decent amount of rainbow in it. But I won't be able to press down because it's a little wet, but we might get lucky. Let's go here. I feel like it's gonna have a lot of green. Not as muddy as I thought it would be, actually. Maybe a little bit where it gets a little bit more, like, striated in the green, but, like, all in all, I feel like it's actually not that bad. It actually looks pretty cool. Hmm. Now I wanna use this again, but on what? I don't have anything to use it on, damn. Oh, well, we'll just, it's beautiful. We know we can do it. It's fine. So what I'll do on this probably tomorrow is I'll just use, like, different opals and kinda go over it. Like, I'll probably do, like, gold and then green on the yellow, maybe the purple on the red, and kinda see maybe a little bit of pink. I don't know. We'll see. But this just needs sparkles and then it'll be done. And then what else did we get done tonight? I think this is done. Yeah, this one's done. Just needs to finish drying. And this one, I believe, I mean, I want to put some sparklies over top of these colors, but it needs to dry first and then that'll be done. So not too shabby. I feel like we did pretty well tonight. We got like, oh, that doesn't go there. We got like 3 ornaments done. Yay, yay us. And I think they're all numbered. Yep. Yeah. All right, guys. So tomorrow is Friday. That means I will be on TikTok at 9:30. So I'll see you guys over on the Tiki Talkie. Um, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me. 'Twas fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.